Well, hello there. Are we finally, excited to get into the real stuff? The real stuff, the bee's knees of the Radiohead discography, okay? Pablo Honey, it sticks out like a sore thumb, okay? It sticks out like a sore thumb. It really does. But whatever. Okay? Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Because not very long afterwards, they come up with the Bends. Like, not very long afterwards. Yeah. The Bends is, this is like the art rock Britpop. You know what I mean? Like, this is the art rock of Oasis. Because, again, this would have been around the time Oasis was kind of big, I'd say. Definite change up. Lyrically, even like emotionally, right? Like there's not this like punk tinge to it. Like you could really say Pablo Honey has this punk rebellious tinge, and it's like wow, it's crazy for them to hit this mature mark very quickly. Although, how old would they have been? They would have been in their late 20s when the Bends came out. I'm pretty sure one of them is the youngest. Johnny Greenwood's actually the youngest one. I've done my research on Radiohead, okay? Like, when I was younger, I know way too fucking much about them. I know that they all did go to school for music. Like, they went to some university for music. Lots. And I guess at this time I was thinking, oh, there's not a lot of musicians who go to university for music, I think, like that. So just remember, like, Radiohead, they're educated when it comes to music. Like, formally. But Johnny Greenwood, I believe he dropped out because he was younger than them all. And then they did their shit. But Radiohead too. Let's do some lore about Radiohead if you want to know some lore. This type of information I have. First off, they've been a band for a while. I believe they were a band in the mid-'80s, actually. They were under the name On a Friday. Oh, you want to hear something else? Another fun fact that maybe all you Radiohead fans don't know. Tom York has a brother. He has a brother named Andy York, who did music for a little while in the 90s, and nobody even remembers him. Like, nobody even cares, I guess. I don't even think I've truly listened to the music, but I just think it's so weird how his brother just really went under the radar. But I feel bad for his brother, right? Because imagine if your brother was Tom York. You know what I mean? And you tried to have a music career. I'd be fucking pissed, personally. Okay, so let's go to the Bends here. This is way better than Pablo Honey right at the gate. We get some atmosphere to start the album. Those fucking drums. Nice simple hit there. Why do we always have to return back to thinking about the problems in our life? Why can't we move on from existence and its our inherent confusion with our existence? Very abstract lyricism, but at the same time, it's not. You know what I mean? It holds both. I love this out. I love this song. Holy shit. Planet Telex, Planet Telex, Planet Telex. We're in for a good one, okay? We're in for a good one. Just thinking back to Pablo Honey right away. Okay, Bends. And the Bends Obviously, too, the Bends, even this album title kind of being a reference to their, like, quick rise to fame. You know, especially with Creep, and even to this day, right? Even though they're pretty damn popular band for everything that they've done, certainly there is a big enough audience who knows Creep and, like, doesn't really give a fuck about anything else. A large majority, let's be real. Like, when it comes to radio stations, you're only really going to hear Creep, High and Dry, and Karma Police, right? That's like almost all you'll hear. I swear. But anyways, Bends, usually having something to do with, like, coming out of water too fast, right? Fucks you up. It's like becoming famous too quick. Like, what that kind of, does to you. It can really shock the nerves, okay? It's not just like, oh, I'm famous? This is great. It's kind of jarring. And again, my own love feels that way too. Very emotional ending to this too. Very upbeat song. Very intense, very loud, but still reserved, right? Wow, fantastic song. Bends is a fantastic song. I'm really happy right now. I'm really happy right now. This is different than reacting to Pablo Honey. Like, when you're reacting to Pablo Honey, you're like, okay, like, there's much more to, like, criticize, but here it's just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Okay, next song, High and Dry, pretty big song. Every time I hear this song, or most of the times I listen to the song, I think of when it's used in the movie 50-50, like, after he's, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's, like, high as shit off of, like, a pot brownie or whatever, like, he's, like, taking chemotherapy. He's with some old dude, and he's like, oh, I don't want a brownie. He's like, it's got pot in it, and then he's, like, chilling. Anyways, but it, like, works. It's, like, a very good use of the song in the movie, I gotta be honest. Okay, let's go. Two jumps in a week, but you think that's pretty clever, don't you, boy? Motorcycle, watch your ground beneath you drop, turning into something you announced. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry. Drying up in conversation, you'll be the one to carry. Sides fall to pieces. You just sit there wishing you could still make love. You'll be the one screaming out. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry. Drums on right, guitar on Oh, you know what though? Like right after High and Dry is Fake Plastic Trees, which is okay. Great music video, Fake Plastic Trees. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is such a good album. It's such a good album. Oh, and this one, you know, Tom being so sad, like not being able to find real love or something like that. Talking about love in such a way where everything's fake. Gutting.
She bought from another man, and a town full of rubber bands to get rid of itself. Was around, was around.
The organ on there, holy shit. There's such a good tempo to the drums on this.
The girls in the 80s, the gravity
She looks like the real thing, but she's not! Fuck Tom!
if I could be who you wanted, if I could be who you wanted, oh.
Okay, and even this lyricism, this if I could be who you wanted all the time, that sounds like a line that'd be on Pablo Honey, right? But the way it comes across here, right, thematically, it feels like it's really stringing from an actual storyline of a relationship, right? All the lyrics that come beforehand really give that emotional weight. This song, apparently Tom York came up with this song after watching Jeff Buckley live. Like after watching Jeff Buckley live, he was like, kind of like that. Gave inspiration to that song. So shout out Jeff Buckley because he's a real winner. Okay. That's great.
Shoulders and legs, knees and back, ground to distant
Track. Like it's hitting 3 minutes or a little bit over. Okay, next song on here, every time I think about this one, I think about it being used in How I Met Your Mother. Like I was like, what the fuck? Already, the cymbal work. This man
Still come reeling through the door. When did I get to you? Teach you how to get to purest.
Take some shine. The drum gets a little show on there. That great song. Turn the back. Building up. There's an acoustic on this and the like in the deluxe. That's so fucking good. I haven't listened to the deluxe in forever. I wish I was bulletproof. Just this lyricism of like, I just feel how like giving up. Like he can't stop but take the hits of things. You know what I mean? He's continuously falling into this weak state. Getting money and take a shot. That's interesting. It's almost like he's talking of. I don't think I've ever actually thought about this lyric in the way that I just thought now. But in a way, it's almost like he's talking about his image, right? His image as Tom or as Radiohead, but allowing like his fan base, or at least his perception of where he is in life, to be a part of, you know, his depression or his negative thought patterns, you know what I mean? Like something that potentially is supposed to make you happy, also on the other coin breaks you, you know, it's breaking you. Yeah, my second favorite song so far. I did not think this one really hits it for me. Bulletproof here. Street Spirit will probably be above that, but second half of this I'm liking a lot more than the first half. Being about a really depressed relationship or dealing with someone in a relationship, you know, your partner. You're coming at some point in the song. Here we have it. This is Ed. Here comes in.
I keep falling over, I keep passing out when I see a face like you. Waiting on the falling sky, on the
Okay, well, we're gonna get to Sulk, and then we're really gonna hit it out of the park with the last song here. Cymbals are very, I get stuck in that vibe a little bit too much. Just one criticism, wanting more from cymbal work as you get through the project, maybe.
sometimes you suck, sometimes you burn. God rest your soul.
Bought the CD off a random dude on, like, I don't know, like the Canadian's Craigslist or whatever. I was like, he's like a dad. And I was like 15 or 16, and I go into his house, and I buy it from like a few bucks. And then I got another copy from a Secret Santa in university. Jeez.
Sometimes you suck, sometimes you burn.
It's really the chorus on here that really sells it for me. Radiohead, you know what I mean? It's like other bands just can't fucking do this. I swear, it's like impossible. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they did this shit. It's like they fucking sold their souls to the devil. I fucking swear.
Rows of houses, all burned out.
The music video is so fucking sad. For a long time. Yeah, I did get to see this song live too, which I was happy. I gotta say this, the one thing about Radiohead that I think is very, very interesting, shout out their live performances. Their live performances are fucking great. But shout out their touring, because every single concert they do, it's not the same set list of songs. Even like they were in Toronto 2 days, second day, other than like I believe Daydreaming, every song was fucking different. So next time they come to Toronto, I'm buying both days. Are you kidding me? I'm seeing them both times. It's 2 different concerts. It's not the same shit. And like the vast majority of artists do not do that. That's how good of like a catalog they have, that they just are capable of just going like, these are songs we're playing tonight. Fuck. Oh my gosh. here are amazing. This is the standout track. Oh my That is the Bends for you. Yes, this is an album. This is an album. This is an album. I like this album a lot. Re-listen, it's not much is changing. You know, not much was changing with Pablo Honey either. It's staying at a 9.5. It's a 9.5. This is not. They didn't get into perfection with their second album, but a 9.5 is pretty damn high. I gotta be honest. But there's just, it's just fantastically composed, really. The composition of these tracks is so impressive. There is great vocal moments from Tom, for sure. Really standout tracks for me when it comes to like just changes in structures is Just and My Iron Lung, for sure. I do think that this album, it's not really lyricism that sells it. The lyricism is certainly better than Pablo Honey, but you know, once we get into OK Computer, there is certainly a shift in how conceptual and how thought-provoking it can be. But at the end of the day, I feel like I like that these songs don't really feel like they're coming from Tom York's perspective, like in the sense where Pablo Honey, right? It really feels like these lyricisms, or this lyricism is coming from Tom York's like personal perspective. Here, it sort of feels like they're taking these just characters, almost, right? Like to tell the story, and it certainly works. It certainly works. I at least think that there's a concept, even without a story, to hold on to with every song, especially Planet Telex. Like, just starting with the start of this album, Planet Telex and High and Dry, I feel like really sell on that element. The band sort of is much more of, I feel like it's the band, especially because of the concept of that song. It really feels like it's the band telling the story there, instead of Tom taking the shine. Fake Plastic Trees, wow, that's when this album really gets started. Really gets started. I think the song is very deep, rich, with what it's trying to say. There's a 3-track run with Bones, Nice Dream, and Just that slightly irks me. No, sorry, not with Just, sorry. Bones and Nice Dream. That slightly irks me. It's not the biggest deal. I'd say Bones, Nice Dream are my least favorite songs on here. They kind of feel a little bit more stripped back in a way. Sulk, kind of, but Sulk really sells with that chorus. Yeah. You know, good decision to put Just and My Iron Lung together as well. Like, they often, like, yeah, Planet Telex, the bands, and then Just My Iron Lung, those two put together, right? The two really, like, you're set in, like, a very loud environment, very loud, rocky environment for a little bit of an extended period. High and Dry, Fake Plastic Trees, those two songs being put together also feel like they were intentionally put together. Both songs really working on the acoustic elements there. Sort of feeling like they're very romanticized, like the sort of state that they put you in. And then, okay, yeah, and then Bones Nice Dream, those sort of being like laid back, like, they're not B-sides, but B-sides to me in comparison to all the other tracks, and they have there's really good B-sides for fucking the Bends. One that's very interesting, honestly, if you haven't heard it before, is listen to Indian Rubber, or India Rubber, that's the first one I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, Just My Iron Lung. Bulletproof, I Wish I Was in Black Star, this is when it doesn't, I can't use that two song attached together, I think, as much. But very, 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 very smart decision to put Street Spirit as the final song. Very, very, very smart. Him singing that line, that fade out again too, and continuously coming back to it. It almost feels, you know what I mean? Like he's in such a, like it's weird, right? Like I feel like when there's depressing lyrics in other songs, often or not, they really settle or stew in those feelings. But here, it makes me almost feel like he's in this like state where he's given up on even stewing in those feelings. He dismisses it altogether almost. But then again, right, at the end of this, the final lyrics you hear on this album are like immerse your soul in love. Which certainly is a good message. And even the way he sings it, he really harps on it. I do feel like he means it. I do feel like there is like meaning to that. Yeah, there's a lot to this one. There's a lot to this one. Regardless of me saying like, oh, this isn't as conceptual, lyrically as OK Computer, or of course Kid A, this still is just really, like, it's an album. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like we made a bunch of tracks that we like. Like, there was certainly thought put towards this experience. It's still very tightly wrapped up. Okay, I'm happy with this. Yeah, 9.5. It's a fantastic album. Radiohead know what they're doing. We're going to see what else happens when we listen to the other projects. I know. If the Benz is a 9.5, we're getting some pretty high scores throughout this, okay? This is why Radiohead's my favorite band. It's crazy. It's crazy. The quality. Okay. If there's anything else you want to see me react to, you know what to do. Put a comment down below. And at some point, OK Computer will be coming back.